Hey, welcome to today's video. In today's video, we're looking at the best and worst of Boxycharm for 2018. Want to see what I thought? Sit back, take a break with me. Alright, before we get into this, I will say, just so you know, I only had Boxycharm from April 2018, so we only are looking at April through December. I wanted to do like top 5, bottom 5 kind of thing, but I couldn't make choices, so we have top 10, bottom 5, and let's get into the bottom 5. So first up, from Tarte, we have, this came in April's box. Oh yeah, there's no particular order other than when I got them. So this came in April's box. This is Tarte's Pro Glow Liquid Highlight in the shade Sparkler. Me personally, I'm not the biggest fan of liquid highlights. But on top of that, I've tried to use this a few times. I felt like it just didn't blend into the skin. It dried super fast. I mean, it is a very pretty color. It's just not my thing. Didn't really work for me. The next thing was from Bang Beauty, and this is their chocolate gel eyeliner. And I know they were saying you could use it as like a brow pomade or something like that, but this is like so dry. I mean, I did get this in August, but like it's awful. Like I've tried to use it a few different ways, even as like an eyeshadow base, something like that. And no, this was just a big no for me. Next thing was the lace appeal that we got in October. So if you're not familiar with this, it is a lace mask that you can put on. You end up looking like you're gonna go, you know, rob a bank, but in lacy style. Has these cute little things that clip around your ears, and then the chin ones have ear clips too, so it'll stay in place. But then it has a black charcoal mask, and you put this on and put the lace over it. This is so sticky. I had a horrible time blending it out the one time that I used this. And it says to stick to the mask and then, or to the lace, and then you peel it off with the lace. But I feel like this is, sorry, my son's getting some water if you hear that, sort of gimmicky. And I just didn't like it. The next thing that was a fail for me was from November's box, and this is the Cover FX Glitter Drops. Again, this is very pretty. I've tried it a ton of different ways. In my moisturizer, as a highlight, in my foundation, and I just feel like I can't make it work for me. The last of the bottoms, I guess, was from December's box, and this is the PYT Mini Hair Straightener. Now this, I'm not saying is a bad product, but for me, it was just a no. I have quite thick, crazy, curly hair, and this is going to take me forever. And I don't straighten my hair enough to need something to use for touch-ups. So this just didn't add any value to my box. I'm actually used it a couple times. I think I'm going to try to gift it to a family member that has less hair than I do, or maybe that straightens their hair more often. So those were my bottom 5. I do have something kind of in between that I want to mention that's not a top and it's not a bottom. Over and over and over again, I hear how much people hate this Jante Blue eyeliner. This is in the shade Dark Brown. And I just don't know that I feel that way. At first, I felt like it was kind of hard to put on and dry, but watch. I've sharpened mine quite a few times. Like so that was really, really light, but with very little pressure. I feel like it's not, I don't know, maybe if you have this and you hate it, try sharpening it a few times and see if that helps. Because I don't hate this as much as other people hate this. By any means, it's not a top product for me, but I don't hate it. Sorry if you can hear the dog, she is just going nuts. Alright, let's get into the top. So, in April's, from ColourPop, we got the You Had Me at Hello palette. This is very loved, so excuse it. But I tried to wipe it off and it just made it worse. Beautiful colors. This palette is one of the reasons that I got into loving ColourPop. ColourPop has one of the best formulas for as inexpensive as it is that I have yet to find. So what a few of the colors look like there. They're really pretty. I've really enjoyed that, and that palette started my obsession for ColourPop. Next up, this is the Pure Sculptor Highlight and Contour palette that we got in May. Again, this was very loved. So I don't use a lot of this shade. I've tried using it as an eyeshadow a little bit, but I've actually hit pan on this highlight. I love this highlight. I do mix them most of the time, but I mostly use this one. And this one does work as a bronzer for me if I go in light-handed and I make sure to blend well. So I have loved this. Also from Mazebox, we got this brush from Aesthetica. This is the P12. This has become my everyday bronzing brush. It's nice and fluffy. It's also not clean right now, so powder just went everywhere. But it's nice and fluffy, and I just really like it for doing bronzer. I don't know what else I can say about that, but I do enjoy this brush for that. From June, we got a 3-piece face brush from Luxie, and I also love these brushes. I don't use the stipple one a whole lot, or the dual fiber one, however you want to call that, but the other two I use quite a bit. This is the foundation one, and I don't use it for foundation, but I really like it for packing on like powder underneath my eye, just under my eye. And then I use the highlight one for highlight quite often, so I love those. I love getting brushes in Boxycharm. Next up is the Alamar palette from June. While I don't use this a ton because these are not colors that I wear every day, these are beautiful. They perform great, and it's just a great palette. I mean, those are some really quick swatches. Ignore that one because that's from ColourPop, but they are just really pretty. I actually have the shade, this one up here, on the center of my lid today, and I didn't even wet it, and that's how beautiful it is. So I really love this palette, even though it's not an reach for everyday kind of product. I love this. Next up, from July's box, we got the Cella Tantalizing Taupe Eyebrow Cream. So this is really dirty because this has been very loved. But it has had a little pot on the end here with product in it, and then a brush on the other end. The brush wasn't the greatest, but for a quick eyebrow day, I love just putting this into my brows, brushing it out, and I thought this worked really well. And I'd never tried anything from Cella before, and I really liked this. I mean, it's pretty much empty, so I used it up. Also from July's box, from Note Cosmetics, this is a Luminous Silk Compact Blusher in Desert Rose. I know a lot of people don't like this, but I'm actually wearing it today. It's kind of a peachy, orangey blush. And it is quite pigmented, but if you go in the light hand, like, I really enjoy the color of this blush. And I thought about when I was trying to, okay, just pick 5, Amy, just pick 5. I was like, should I take this out? I'm like, no, because this is one that I actually leave on my counter in my little organizer that I reach for all the time. From October's box, we have the Pharmacy Green Clean Cleansing Balm. I loved this stuff. I know some people mentioned that they didn't like the way it smelled, but it almost smells just like lemony-ish if I had to pick something and clean. But I use this up completely, and this is, out of everything I've got in Boxycharm, one of the few things that I'm actually like, I've looked at and I'm like, had it in my cart a couple of times. I'm like, I really think I will repurchase this at some point because I like it so much. Speaking of that, if you have a favorite cleansing balm and you want to leave that in the description for me down below, if I don't repurchase this one, I would like to find another one that I really enjoy. And this was the first time I'd ever actually tried a cleansing balm, so I maybe instead of repurchasing this one, I would like to try a different one, but I don't know which one to go. So if you have any recommendations for that, let me know down below. All right, we're getting down there. So from November, we got the Luxie. I think this is a luminous eye brush set. And I really like these because there's something different. A lot of sets don't come with brushes these sizes, and I really like these. This one is actually dirty right now because I use it to do my lower lash line today. But for doing smaller detailed work, these work great, and it's a nice addition to my collection. And lastly, from Pretty Vulgar, we have their Powder Room Matte About It setting powder. Not only is this packaging beautiful, I have been reaching for this every day since we got it, and this was just in December's box, but I really like it. It's dirty right now, but it also comes with an adorable pink little powder puff, and I really like this powder. Alright, that was my top 10, bottom 5 for Boxycharm for 2018. Let me know what your top products were if you get Boxycharm, or if you've tried any of these, what your thoughts are on them. Do you like the stuff that I don't? Do you hate the stuff that I like? I would love to know any of your opinions and thoughts down below. And I hope you have a great, great day. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.